Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I usually do. Starting today including today for the next 8 Fridays, each video you're going to be seeing is going to be a class that I am teaching. So it's going to be educational, not only for you, but for me also, because I'm learning as we're going as well. As you all know, or if you don't, I work as a brand partner with Young Living. And so one thing our team is doing is a spring sprint, which basically means that everybody on the team who wants to participate is to put out a class once a week for the next 8 weeks. And since I'm already here on YouTube, I thought this would be the perfect platform to put out most of my videos. I don't know if they're all gonna be on YouTube, but they probably will be. So my first class that I'm going to be teaching is on candles. So that from personal experience, I absolutely loved candles before I got into oils. I had one going all the time. Like I had one in my living room, in my kitchen, in my bathroom, and I wasn't keeping an eye on them either. And lately I have learned some very interesting things about candles. And so I wanted to share them with you and talk a little bit about that with you. So I'm just going to dive right into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the truth about scented candles. So I have a website here that I'm going to be reading from to start off. Don't mind Connor in the background. He's playing in the living room. So the first, I'm going to link this website down below so you can go look at it yourself and also do your own research. And that way you don't have to take just my word for it, but then you can know it for yourself. Okay, so the impact of fragrance products. For many people, home wouldn't be the same without scents from candles, room sprays, plug-ins, incense sticks, and oils filling the air. However, in addition to adding scent, they may also be adding health risks from paraffin wax, lead core wicks, and synthetic fragrances. While people with asthma, allergy, or chemical sensitivity are more likely to be impacted by scented candles, exposure to the chemicals they contain isn't great for anyone. Most candles are made of paraffin wax. I'm going to stop there. And paraffin wax is bad for you. Without even realizing it, you may be burning paraffin throughout your home while exposing yourself to the health hazards associated with it. If burning candles is a part of your daily routine, it's time to educate yourself on their history, the harms of paraffin wax, and why you should discontinue using candles made from it. Since the Roman era, people around the world have used candles for both practical and pleasurable purposes. Although they originally started as instruments of light, they usually become a tool for producing lofty scents wherever they were lit. In days gone by, candles were often made from an animal fat called tallow. As time went on, other ingredients came into play, paraffin wax among them. Although paraffin has played an important role in candles over the years, now the time to begin looking elsewhere. But first, let's learn about where it comes from and why it isn't the healthiest ingredient to use in candles. Did you know that paraffin wax candle is a byproduct of petroleum? It first became a popular ingredient to use in candles around 1867. Scientists who worked with its associated chemicals noticed that petroleum began to solidify upon cooling. When used again in candles, it had a relatively low melting point. In present day, after it's scraped out of oil refineries, paraffin wax is usually bleached by adding dioxin, texturized with acrolein, a known carcinogen, and then mixed with animal-based stearic acid, a nasty byproduct of the meat-packing slaughterhouses, to harden it so that it can be made into candles. What are the biggest harms associated with burning paraffin wax? If you've ever found yourself rubbing your eyes to relieve irritation not long after lighting a candle, you may have experienced the short-term effects of paraffin wax. As an eye irritant, it won't affect everyone in the same way. However, it can cause itching, tearing, and sometimes soreness. So, if you want to be kind to your eyes, it's a good idea to look elsewhere for candles. Sore eyes are only the tip of the iceberg though. There are other ways that paraffin candle waxes can harm your health. Your lungs play an important role in ensuring you feel fresh and healthy. As you exert yourself each day, they replenish your blood with fresh oxygen and free it from its toxins. Because of this, it's in your best interest to veer away from paraffin candles. Whenever you light a paraffin candle, you're accidentally releasing dangerous chemicals into the air. When paraffin candles burn, they emit black soot and toxic fumes, similar in chemistry to diesel exhaust, containing poisonous chemicals such as benzene, toluene, naphthalene, tridecane, tetradecane, pentadecane, and hexadecane. According to one study from the University of South Carolina, those chemicals are associated with asthma, the exacerbation of respiratory conditions, and allergy-like reactions. So that's on paraffins. I'll also link that down below. Most candles are made of paraffin wax, which creates a highly toxic benzene and toluene, both known carcinogens, when burnt. In fact, the petrosoot released from paraffin candles are the same as those found in diesel fuel fumes and can be as dangerous as secondhand smoke. In 2001, the EPA concluded that burning paraffin candles emit harmful toxins and increase health risks with multiple exposures. I mean, my goodness. That's just mind-blowing to me. The fact that that is considered safe for people to have in their homes, a petroleum-based candle, it is unsafe for you to go behind a diesel pickup and inhale the fumes. So why on earth are these candles being sold in our local stores? Why? It shouldn't even be legal. But let's move on to fragrances. The synthetic fragrances that create candle scents usually contain phthalates. As candles burn, phthalates are released into the air where they may be inhaled or absorbed through the skin. Once they enter the bloodstream, they can aggravate allergy and asthma symptoms in some people and have been found to alter hormone levels. So I have a little blurb here on fragrances. Fragrance mixes often contain many synthetic chemicals, including phthalates. Phthalates are known to be endorphin disruptors. Endorphin disruptors interfere with our endorphin system and can cause lowered fertility and an increased incidence of endometriosis and some cancers. Fragrance, if you look at the back of your perfume or your shampoo or your lotion or your candles, you'll notice the ingredient fragrance. About 4,000 chemicals are currently used to scent products, but you won't find any of them listed on a label. Fragrance formulations are considered a trade secret and therefore protected from disclosure, even to regulators or manufacturers. A single scent may contain anywhere from 50 to 300 distinct chemicals. Besides common reactions to fragrance, about 35% of people reported migraines or respiratory problems because of fragrance. Health advocates have more serious concerns. Could fragrance chemicals combined with other chemical cocktails found in daily life be shaping serious disease trends? There are chemicals in fragrance that do cause cancer and reproductive effects. Do people who use a lot of fragrance get more cancer than those who don't? No one really knows because no one has looked at that. It smells good, but is it good for you? More than 1,200 fragrance chemicals currently in use have been flagged as potential or known chemical of concern. These include 7 carcinogens, 15 chemicals prohibited from use in cosmetics in the EU, and others cited in various international warning lists. Endorphin disruptors, which mimic human hormones, are a particular concern to many researchers and advocates, as they can have effect in the tiniest doses. I could go on and on about the things in fragrance that are bad for you. So, as an alternative, right here, I'm going to place an image of different oil blends you can use to make your favorite scents that you would typically get from a candle, but now you can get naturally and won't cause problems. So, but if you're anything like me, I love a clean smell. When I'm cleaning my house, I love a clean smell. So, for a fresh and clean smell, 3 drops of frankincense, 4 drops of peppermint, and my lemon oil isn't here, it's over there because I use it in my drink every day, but 4 drops of lemon. And then the scent is called Fresh and Clean. It's just like a candle, but you're diffusing it. Other ones are like a relaxed weekend, 4 drops citrus, 5 drops lavender, 4 drops lemon. The candle is called Lovely, 4 drops Endoflex, 4 drops citrus fresh, and 3 drops of frankincense. You want a candle that smells like candy hearts, 3 drops of orange, 3 drops of Endoflex, and 3 drops of wintergreen. A candle called Lights Out, 4 drops of Idaho Grand Fir, 4 drops of cedarwood, and 2 drops of orange. And these oils could last you a long time. And I know there are a lot of oil companies a person can go with, and you can buy oils at your local grocery store or health food store or whatever. But you want to be really careful with what oils you purchase. I chose Young Living because I know they are 100% real. I know there's no additives. I know there's no chemicals in them. I know they're not diluted unless the bottle says so. So if I grab for a bottle of frankincense, I know it's going to be 100% frankincense oil. Or grapefruit, I know it's 100% grapefruit oil. And with other companies, legally, for the bottle to say 100% pure essential oils, there only has to be 10% essential oils in there. So that is why I chose Young Living, and it has nothing to do with bitterness towards other companies. I'm sure there are other companies that make good oils, but I feel safe using Young Living because they have the seed to seal promise. And I'll share the seed to seal information in the description box down below. And please take the time to read it and to look into how Young Living makes their oils, how the distill process goes, because it's 100% real. I feel safe using Young Living's oils because I know they're real. And there are so many more benefits to diffusing for scent than to burn a candle. And I'm going to throw in a clip here of why.
Welcome back. Americans spend $3.2 billion on candles each year. And during the holidays, scented candles are one of the most popular decorations.
Yeah, so that means December is a peak time for candle fires, but there's something you may not know about candles. Susan Copen joins us now with this consumer alert.
Yeah, hey guys, I want everyone to take a look at this screen behind me. We created this explosion of fire using candles that you can buy at any store and a cup of water. Water and wax do not mix. We're telling this story because of what recently happened to a CBS anchorwoman. These are the burned hands and burned Kathleen Whitty.
Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in for First News at 4.
This anchorwoman in Texas is always telling other people's stories. Now she has her own to tell. Several weeks ago, wax inside a candle jar in her kitchen caught fire. She grabbed a cup of water.
And without even thinking about it, I just poured it onto the flames. Never thinking about it. Water puts out fire, right? Not this one.
This is what can happen when water hits hot burning wax. In Whitty's case, she was hit with a wall of flames, which caught her on fire. You saw the pictures of her face, her hands. This is a picture of her hip, all blistered and raw.
So my hip is where the shorts were on fire and where they melted.
She used stop, drop, and roll to save herself. These videos from YouTube show different scenarios of water on burning wax. The flames go out and up, some of them shooting more than 6 feet in the air.
The wax that is being puddled in that candle is the fuel. You've got the flame, you've got the fuel. The application of the water just allows it to be spread.
With the help of firefighters at the Allegheny County Fire Academy, we wanted to do our own test. We took ordinary tea lights and melted them in a container to simulate burning wax in a candle jar. One small cup of water and boom. The flash of flames filled the entire corner of this room. Burning wax is just like a grease fire on the stove in the kitchen. You should never use water on either.
You're going to spread that fire, and it's going to splash on you and anything else around you that's going to burn.
The best way to put out a candle, blow it out or put a lid on it.
If you can take away the oxygen, the flame will go out. That's the safest way to do that.
So take the lid to the candle, place it on top, oxygen gone.
Flame goes away.
Do I need to say anything more? Do you really want that in your house, around your children and around your pets and around anybody you have over? Is it worth putting your house at risk because of a scented candle? For me, it's not anymore. Any candle we have in our house, I've officially thrown away, and I will be diffusing by 1 cent from now on. And you know what? It works. It's maybe not as strong because, quite frankly, it's natural, but your house still smells good. And there are so many options out there. You can mix your own oils, you can do your own thing, and it's so much safer and a lot more beneficial to you and to anybody else around you, and to keep your home safe. I wanted to get this class done first because it's one of my most serious ones. It is something that has been sitting very heavy on my heart, and I wanted to share it with you because most of my viewers I know personally, and I care about them, and I want them to be ever so careful with what they have in their home. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next class. If you found this class beneficial, or if you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate a like, and please comment or send me a direct message. If you have any questions, I'll give you all the information you need. But yes, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week in my next class, which is going to be on heartburn and gut health. Bye guys.